Yeah.
Yo,
Should I switch on the lights?
yeah, we can do that. In the meantime, hi, hi everybody. Wesley here. This is the Art Lexcia podcast. This is episode 169, and yeah, first episode for the year for 2025. We've pretty been quite busy so far this year. Many reasons for that, but I will actually explain all of that probably over the next few weeks or so, because we are testing the app internally. And besides just one or two more things, it's actually everything is functioning. So that's pretty cool. So that's
Okay.
pretty, as you know, we've been working on that for forever. But anyway, today, this is the first episode of the year. I'm in touch base with my brother Sinalo Ntuli, just talk about some of his art that he's doing this year, some of the stuff that he was busy with last year, and pretty much just touch base, man. So let's get straight into it. My king, it's still afternoon. Good afternoon, my brother. How are you, man?
I'm writing yourself, sir. Good to see
Um,
you, my man.
yeah, no, it's good to
Been a
see.
while.
It's good to
Been
see
a
you.
while.
Yeah. No worries. I can't express how valuable it is that I'm in touch with so many of the artists all the time. It's maybe I'll do a separate episode on that, but it's very therapeutic for me, my brother.
Yeah.
But because as we know, post COVID, it has been, I mean, it's almost 5 years since COVID. A lot
Yep.
of us has changed our careers. Our careers have moved in different directions. But let's touch base with you, man. So 2024. How was 2024? And like just yeah, and in not not personally, of course, like in terms of art, because I know memory serves me, I can think of one show, maybe two that comes to mind. But that's without me. That's just me thinking of it on the spot. So yeah, tell us a little bit
Okay.
about what 2024 was like, what work you've been up to, and then we'll just take it from there.
Sorry. Okay. Thanks for this opportunity. No, 2024 was a wonderful year for me. My work was moving from gallery to gallery until the end of the year. And I also thank a lot of my former colleagues who assisted me with more opportunities, you know. Um, and the one that I should maybe I can maybe highlight is the one in Sentin at Art History. We, I thank the team that was behind me. Yeah, they did a lot of nice work. Um, the show was seen as the best in that year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can pull out even better ones in future. You know.
When last year was this one incentive?
Um, was in July.
What gallery? Or who was hosting it?
Uh, at artistry in Sentin.
Yeah. I'm familiar with it. So what made it your best show last year? Was it sales? Was this how other people took onto your work? What made it so good?
The, the show up, you know, of people that came to the opening. It was like a crowd of people.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that, and also the programs that were set, and we also used the theater just for me to elaborate further concerning my work and my journey and all that. So I had a good team that was very thoughtful. They thought of nice things to talk about, you know.
Who are you working with, bro?
I was working with Ayanda and Terrence.
Are those the gallery owners, no?
They no, they are private people. They are my friends, kind of, and my brother and sister, you know. And they took the baton and ran with me because they saw me lacking there and there, and they assisted.
Hmm. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember we spoke some time ago in an earlier episode. You were telling us like how you operate like how you work within all the galleries. how you work on your own in your studio. We actually I wanna get to the studio, but I just wanna highlight the point,
Yeah.
or rather just make a point. So you're not officially signed. You're still not officially signed to a certain gallery, no? Am I right?
No,
All right.
no, not yet.
Okay, okay. So just for my listeners, just give us like a rundown, like how do you, or, the guys you work with, what exactly do they do? How do you guys operate? And from there we'll sort of get into 2025's program.
Yeah, actually, this year, 2025, it's just started, and we haven't done it much. It's just me pushing my work. It's mostly the case that I just push the work, and whenever I need some assistance, that's when I call them to come and also intervene.
So like, can you give
Yeah,
us like,
but
let me give you a reason why now. Because I always feel like that process of how the artist gets from the artwork from the studio to the gallery, that process there's always a gray area around, especially for people outside of the arts. You understand? So I'm very
yeah,
interested because I think that those processes and the people and the work they do is very, very interesting. And I've got a personal investment in that with regards to gallery through the technology that we're developing. But not just that, I also feel that it's really important for for everybody to understand that. So they get a better feel and sense of how art works. Once people understand how something works, then they can react to it differently. You get me?
yes, I do hear you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, you know, another thing is that as my work was moving around from gallery to gallery, I also discovered what do you call this? Um, oh my goodness. There's another gallery that I just exhibited with. I had a solo in the Western Cape.
mm,
It's called Canon Cop Wine Estate.
okay.
Canon Cop Wine Estate, and that's where I had my last solo exhibition. My work just came back, though that remained behind. But I had a nice um, introduction because it was during the opening. It was also a wine tasting event. So there were a lot of people that came around, and a lot of gallery owners from Cape Town and around that also arrived and had a taste of seeing my work live. Hopefully, there will be more opportunities with them as well.
Mm. So how did they receive your work?
My work was well received, nicely received. Um, it's just that I don't know much because I didn't stay for long. I only stayed there for just an evening, and then the following day, I think I left.
Okay, okay, okay. So
Yeah,
just for
I
just
didn't
for
hear much. I didn't get much feedback personally.
You didn't get much feedback after the show? Really?
No, I mean from the people
Oh,
personally, because I wanted to remain for maybe 3 days, and have more
no, I get
communication
it.
one on one. Yeah,
I get it. I get it. So what I wanted to know is just so or rather no, just explain to us. I know you work with beads, right? And I know you do,
yeah,
but just for those that don't know Sinalo Ntuli's work, just explain to us what your work entails, what work subject matter, processes, and so forth.
yeah. My subject matter has been changing from time to time. I started by portraying mostly it was cultural because I was trying to promote the cultural part of our lives as South Africans. At the same time, I wanted to focus more on our exposing our daily life as South Africans, what normally happens on the streets. Um, but during the lockdown, that's when my team changed again. Fell in love with okay, from noticing how the quietness in the city itself. I missed hearing kids shouting at one another, and cars hooting, the whole day. I just wanted to portray the kids going to school, and the life at school, or just seeing kids who are wearing uniforms, some, chasing one another. That vibe, we had missed it for some time. I thought of, capturing that moment because I thought COVID was never going to end. I thought it was going to get worse and worse, So it was a way of documenting the past. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we all were, COVID was a big gray area back then. So it's interesting that
Yeah.
you're talking about like you missing that sound and the energy
Yeah.
from the city and the sound of kids. How did you contextualize that? How do you conceptualize that?
Um, I looked at some images that were mostly visualizing kids, and then I just transformed them somehow and dressed them in uniform, and just being artistic.
Mm.
But
And
I tried to make I tried to make the scene fun and lovely and friendly and enjoyable.
mm. And just explain to us the beats. How does the for and then those are for try to explain for like somebody who hasn't seen your work, just so somebody can visualize it.
Okay. Um, okay. This time around, I focused too much on mixed mediums. If you can see, most of my work, it's a mixed media now because I'm trying to kill time. If I focus only on with beats, it's time consuming. I don't actually finish the works in time. So I'm now freely just exploring because I'm versatile. I know quite a number of techniques that I can just, play around with. Yeah, my work has also just happened to bring forth a bit of more laughter, more joyful scenes, since I've also used the yellow. The yellow for me is a color of hope. It's a color of love. It's a color of peace and joy. It lights up my life, So it's a color that when people see it, they say, "Wow, the yellow," Imagine it in your own house.
Mm. Yeah. No, yellow's got a lot of good associations with, and
Yeah,
I understand the theme. I remember that you've been working on that color for a while, and it's been
yeah,
consistent with work. So clearly, there's a market for it. And as you say, like with the show in Sandton and the show in Cape Town, that the response has been pretty good. And I
yeah,
remember first I think it was about 2 years ago that we had the first conversation with you. And if my
yeah,
memory serves me, I think you just did one show with I think it was called the Yellow Series, if I'm not mistaken. And
yeah,
that was
yes.
sort of the start of it, and that was like a few years after COVID. So if you're talking about the past 3 years or so, you said you did a few solo shows as well. So clearly the market is working for it. The market is like the market is enjoying your work. What do you think is I just want to ask you two questions about it. But the first one is, what do you think is appealing to people? What do you think they're enjoying about it? Is it the color? Is it the energy? Is it the images?
Um, I think it's the energy. It's the energy, and then the color, because kids are a bit charming, a bit, it's nice to portray the young ones, and for them to, as you always see, their faces are always happy, and but to also try and help people even who are not even in South Africa currently, but who are South Africans. Whenever they see the works, they associate with the works. The So for me, I don't know how to explain this, but I feel like more people are more fascinated with the movements of and the colors of that are portrayed, that are visualized.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, like color, movement, and the energy that is a big.
Yeah,
Um, Just another question. Just give us the scale of the work quickly, but there's another question I want to ask. So A1, A2, A3, was it a variety of sizes? And is there a reason for that?
My man, I work with, I use quite a number of sizes. My latest sizes are almost 2 meters wide. So, and I've got tiny ones like A4 size, A3, and all. I've got all the sizes actually.
Mm-hmm. Is there
And there are many A1s.
is there a reason for that, or is it just I don't know? Is there a reason for
You
it?
know, yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason why I do that. You know, some people will like the work, but they wouldn't have the money to purchase a bigger one. That's why I work with different sizes
It's
so
economics.
that they can always have a choice, you know, whether to go big or small.
Yeah, economics. Yeah, and like physical size of people's space. That also, Ashman, I don't want to get too far. I don't want to get too far the topic. It's making me think of something else, but I think I'm just gonna bring it back to the art. Because I was gonna ask, so like we say, we've been working on the Yellow series attached with 3 years or so. It's been going well. I guess
Yeah.
what's next? Are you gonna be doing more of this work, or it's kind of a double-sided question. So what is the sort of plan now? Are you just going to be working on this work until galleries said they had enough, or try to experiment with something else, or for 2025? I'm specifically talking about 2025.
Yeah, well, 2025, you will see a bit of yellows. There's a bit of green that it has been selling because I'm just all about bringing for the liveliness, the freshness and the newness of life. I like the vibrancy of those colors.
Mm.
There are opportunities that I might also focus on many other colors as well.
Like?
Because I think a background that's not messy, that's just plain, is more attractive.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
noticed your work is very clean as well. There's no plain splat. Even with the beads, very meticulous, and it's you can tell that there's that the pro or that you are very you have the process refined, because it's almost as if you're laying out the beads one for one in a certain line, and there's no smudges anywhere. It's very neat. It's very clean, and just for the viewers, or for any art lover, to work with beads takes patience. Something
Especially.
that I don't necessarily always have. But just explain to us, like, how do you when you buy your beads, do you separate them first by color and size and have them in different containers and then work like that, or how do you work with the medium?
No, I buy beads already in different colors, in packs of different colors. So I only mix them when I work, you know.
And
Yeah.
and you paste them, you actually physically paste them on the paper, right?
Um, I knit them over the canvas. I first sketch the image, and then start with the outlines, outlining of the whole picture, and then just when I start filling in. Um, I can never tell the final end of the final piece. How will it look? Because it can also take shape and be far too different from the actual image itself. And I also like that because it shows creativity without looking at something, but creating according to your own knowledge and according to your own way, you're feeling at that time. And the way I mix colors, uh, I don't know how I do it, but at times I mix colors that I've never thought I could just mix together, and another color, nice color comes out of it. So I like playing with colors.
For sure, for sure. No, I get you. I hear you. I sort of want to ask about, like you say, you're based in your studio right now, no? You're broadcasting from your studio now?
Yes, yes, I'm based in my studio.
What studio are you using now? Where are you based now?
It's at 15 Halbert Road at New Center. Yes.
That's in PTA, no? Pretoria, no?
No, in Joburg. In Joburg, sorry, at Selby.
Oh, in Selby.
New Center. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no.
a vet from.
Yeah,
Just
no.
a vet from Elof. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. Um,
Yeah.
I actually want to I just want to talk a little bit about the studio. How long have you been based there now?
It's been a year. It's been a year.
So just explain to us, like, I guess the modus operandi of the studio. So there's multiple artists there. Everyone works in their own space. Do you guys still do group shows and work together, like open studios and stuff like that?
Yes, we do. We do such collaborations, and we have exhibited maybe twice, I think, together.
At
And
within the space,
even right, pardon?
is it
We have our own gallery underneath. It's a nice big gallery, and we also have a gallery in at artistry that you also utilize now and then. So
and
mostly when an exhibition is finished down here at our gallery, it travels to artistry. So,
so
we rotate as artists.
hmm, hmm.
We rotate as artists, yes.
So is there any shows coming up within the next few months? I mean, we're still in January, but is there anything that you can highlight? Maybe March, April, something like that?
Yes, there is a group exhibition again. I think it's happening next month, of famous people's portraits. It will first start here, and then I think in April, no, in March, it will move to Sentin. Yeah.
How many artists are taking part in it?
Whew, I'm not sure because there are new artists
Any.
that come in and some leave. I wouldn't tell.
Who's curating it?
I'm sorry.
Just be interesting. Who's curating the show?
Our management is normally the one that creates the show, or that organizes that we should do this, and then we do that. Yeah,
All
but
right.
we don't have like a specific a curator. Yeah. That we normally hire some curators to come and have a look at the works, which ones are fit for the show and all this. Yeah, we just do like that. Normally, Palisi Sutane is the one normally come around. Yeah.
You
Just
said
select the work.
you said earlier on that
Pardon?
you said earlier on that some of your work is still in boxes. But is there any of your artwork that we can maybe have a look at around the studio?
Yes.
Can we do that?
There's one that yes, there's also just this one big one that I think I'm done. I'm not really. I need to just polish it because there's where forgetfulness
Show us on
also.
the
Uh, okay.
Yeah, just flip the camera.
Okay. Oh God, I'm trying my best.
You do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I do it on the phone settings. There we go.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
I just need to clean it up very nicely, and also to add more color on the face and the clothing.
Sinalo, is it possible you can turn your phone to landscape so the viewers can have a
Pardon?
proper. Can you just turn the phone to landscape so we can look at the entire. Yeah. There we go. So when you say touch it up, what exactly are you referring to? Because it looks done to me, at least from where I am.
No. I have to put color on the face and the clothing using paint. Where the collage part is, I like to paint over the collage because it's smooth.
Can you just
paint on top of the canvas?
Can you just take a step
Pardon?
back? Can you just take a step back so we can see the there we go, like that, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I see. Yeah, very unlike you. There's a bit of a smudge there in the bottom right corner, but I'm sure you're gonna get rid
Yeah,
of.
that's what I need to clean it up.
Is there any other work you can show us?
Yes, yeah, I'll show you just now. There's three.
Okay.
Don't know if you can see them. Yeah, just put this one here.
Yeah, could you just turn so the image appears upright because the image now is leaning on the left.
Pardon?
Could you maybe just tilt the phone because the image is leaning on the left?
Oh, all right. Just like this. This is a portrait of the Queen of Monaco.
Okay. Okay. Rather switch it back to portrait because I said it's leaning on the left, so it makes it a bit awkward to look at.
Okay, let me just
Yeah.
because there's quite an interesting portrait behind.
Love to see it.
This one here. I like to now and then showcase our figures like politicians, people who have had an impact into our society.
Yeah. So who is this
Yeah.
exactly? Is that Lamini Zuma?
Yes. And I like the way I use the beads this time around. It's very different from what I used to do.
Interesting. Yeah, she's quite recognizable, especially with the marks,
Yeah.
with the cheeks and her lips are
Yeah,
quite very
yeah,
recognizable.
and also the texture on the garment is also very.
Yeah, that's lovely. Could you just take a step
Yeah.
back, kind of zoom into a detail? There we go. That's lovely. Where did you show that work before? At what or what show was
No,
it?
no, no, I have not yet shown this work. It has not been seen out there. As I still have works which I haven't shown anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, except these two. They just currently show. Let me just show you.
So these are all 2024's work, right?
2024 is work, yeah. This is almost the last one in 2024, but actually this one is the last one. This painting, this is a repetition, but the figures are different in color and the clothing, but the format itself it's the same as the previous one, which was collected already, and this one was a commissioned by a former schoolmate, a friend. Yeah, I'm still waiting for him to come around and take it.
Yeah, that's lovely. All right, Sinalo, those works were lovely. Like you said, you haven't showed all of them. But there also seems like there's quite it seems like it's quite a lot of work over there. So it seems like that you're not necessarily working on something as we speak. I mean, you showed us a one work that you just want to touch up. So you've got this huge volume of work. So what's the plan for 2025, Ra? Like, I'm talking shows, group shows, art fairs. I know the Cape Town art fairs in a couple of weeks, stuff like that. What's the plans with regards to that for 2025?
I would love to join the art fairs, including the Sentin convention thingy. It's just that I lack information and in time to apply or but I'll just have to keep myself more alert of what's happening in the arts. I'm trying to also include some people who would assist me, like assistants, who can find some kind of like projects or exhibitions that are that seeks artists to join, and also just to create our own shows there and there, because that's very important for me. That at times I stand out alone and showcase alone.
Yeah, man. I just wanna sort of, I brought up the I think it's too early in the year for me to speak ill on certain things, but I always find that that to take part in all these major art fairs, the expense behind it is just wrong. The fact that galleries have to pay so much money, artists have to pay so much money, it's just wrong. It's bad politics, it's bad business. I think it's very, very bad business. I don't agree with it. I never did, to be fair. I just wanted to make that point early in the year because I most probably will be talking about that throughout the year. I don't like it. And I don't always see it as a good return on investment for the artist either, or the gallery, because your turnover has to be substantial in order for you to make a decent amount of profit. So to me, the real winner there is the people that's hosting the show, the fair, and not the artist. But anyway, my brother, you were saying you're still looking to collaborate with the various artists and so forth. Is there any ideas that you have? I mean, there's still a whole year ahead of us. None of us know what's going to happen for the year. But is there any, sort of idea, anything that you'd like to do? Besides, I'm talking, all these artists. I'm talking just art making, collaborations and working with other artists and so forth. Is there anything else that's on your mind?
Okay. Another thing is that I've been getting some invites to showcase in certain galleries. What normally stops me from engaging is with galleries is signing, and then you stick to one gallery. You can't exhibit anywhere else. That it frightens me at times, But since some artists who work like that with galleries are very successful, it's also another side that I'm looking at. The more I grow, I need to also think about my life and the marketing part of it, because I need to sell. So I'm not a marketer, but I'm a creative. So it's better to give artwork to the people who knows how to market and sell their works. Just create. So though that's still in my mind a lot.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you, and that's very honest. Yeah. And yeah, man. Sinalo, thanks, my brother. I think we're gonna wrap it or close it off there. Just like in closing, is there any website, Instagram page, social media handles that you can give up, and then we'll wrap up?
Okay. It's Sinalo Ntuli at gmail.com. That's my website. And then another one on Instagram, it's Sinalo TN at Sinalo TN. Sorry, at Sinalo TN. The other one is at Sinalo Ntuli Art. Yeah, those are the two handles. Oh my goodness, the on YouTube. I just forgot.
but I'll find the URL. And I was not.
I think it's Sinalo Ntuli. Sinalo Ntuli. Like without an I. SN Sinalo Ntuli. Yes. Sinalo
Yeah.
Ntuli without an I.
And I'll add all those links in the description below. So if there's anybody wants to check it out, it will be available there, and I'll put the previous episode as well, and I'll also chop up the episode into shorts. And that's pretty much a wrap. But my brother, yeah, man, me and you will communicate. I was gonna say something, but maybe not for this platform. Yeah, we'll communicate throughout the year. Like I said, um, I've been pretty busy so far for January. In fact, even this afternoon, and I'm doing stuff that it's meticulous, not meticulous. It's boring, man. I'm writing terms and conditions pages. I mean, there's a lot of AI tools that's helping me for that, but it's stuff that I don't really like doing. So, but it's actually really important. And as soon as we do that, because we are busy testing the app internally, man, I see so much potential in creating a platform that is access. I think access is the biggest issue that we all have as artists. I don't see enough people don't see your work straight up, and the abundance of your work is substantial, and your work is fantastic. It's just the access, and that frustration, my brother, I can so relate to it. Um, that's why I just feel like we're in this age now where we have all these technology tools to our disposal. Our phones can do, our phones is, I actually think that's probably the single greatest invention, the smartphone, because it revolutionized everything, not just communication. And I really think that's where I'm putting all my focus in, is to do that, because besides the fact that I think that we as artists don't engage with these platforms enough, we definitely don't really understand them enough, but that's because they're not designed for us. These platforms are designed for a whole bunch of content creators, and this whole term content creators is so broad, and I don't think it reflects what we do. Our work is personal. It is
exactly.
The process are different than just somebody who's just taking videos with their phone, and to box us all in that category is not fair. But anyway, I don't wanna whine and whine and whine. It's still too early in the year, and it is the first episode for the year. So Sinalo, thanks for coming through, my brother. We'll definitely be in touch through the year. We'll touch base as soon as you have another show. It'll be cool to do another look at the work and so forth. I know that type of content does pretty well on my page. And yeah, with regards to everything else, I'll be in touch. And just one last thing.
We need to talk, eh?
Sorry, yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, we need. Yeah. I was about to say that most definitely we need to talk. There's a lot that we need to talk about.
Absolutely. My brother, I've been keeping I've been planning this thing, not planning or working on it for a while, and I'm keeping tabs of everything. So I don't wanna point fingers and shit like that, but like these art fairs, I think they're completely outdated. And I said, as a business investment, I think is a poor investment, because the amount of money you spend, you have to make a shit ton of money. And if you look at the economy, if you look at this bullshit that's happening in the US, they're gonna. I don't really understand economics, but the average South African will most probably be physically paying for this, like they do with everything. And the arts is always here in the middle, it's always in limbo. And I think our art can touch and change many people if more people get to see it. I don't think enough people get to see it. Straight up. How many people? I don't know many people that will go to the Cape Town Art Fair personally. That is. And I remember last year they were bragging that about a couple of thousand people in the door. And I'm thinking those numbers are pathetic, bro, because you can have hundreds of thousands of people view your work within seconds, literally seconds, which opens up your market to so much. Now you must be grateful that a couple of thousand people came in, and who knows how many of them actually spend time looking at your work. They don't offer you
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Most people, sometimes you go for atmosphere and the wine and so forth. And I think that the age for that is over. I think that there are people that wanna engage with art, but they just don't know how. And these spaces are too expensive. They're too out of touch with reality, and they are not technologically savvy. They're not using technology. In fact, they are.
yeah,
I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I think maybe they don't. They are counting on artists not to use it. And I'm not talking Facebook or Instagram because those platforms are not sustainable at all. But we can talk about that
yeah,
on another time. But like, yeah, man,
yeah.
let's just wrap it there. My brother, I'll definitely be in touch. I will publish this episode soon. I have another recording in a few days, and I think I'll record them both, and then just publish them all early next week. And yeah, for
Yeah.
my listeners, if you got so far, I'd appreciate a subscription. If you haven't already, I would appreciate that. To my brother Sinalo, well, it's late afternoon now, so whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, enjoy it. And we'll be in touch soon, my king.
Thanks, my friend. Thank you so much.
Power, my love. Shop, shop.
Cheers. Bye.